The human has been neutralized.
So today I've got this. It's a Retroduo, and it plays NES and SNES games. This one is not working that good. The SNES I was able to get to work, but the NES isn't reading games, so I'm going to try to fix it. Okay, so I've put in Jeopardy for the SNES, and it seems to be working fine. When I first got it, it wasn't reading that good. I did some contact cleaner and in and out a couple times, and it's working pretty good. So unfortunately on the NES side, haven't been so lucky. Basically get that. I've tried shooting it with contact cleaner a couple times and taking the game in and out, back and forth, nothing doing. So I think it's going to need some more persuasion. Let's give it a quick teardown. Okay, so there's a ribbon cable that connects to the, looks like the two LEDs on the front that's holding it together. You can see that there. Aha! Okay, so there it is. We've got the SNES connector in the front and the NES connector in the rear of the unit. And this is two circuit boards. One has just the NES connector and the video outputs, as well as the power inlet. And then the other board has the rest of the circuitry, including the SNES. Okay, so once you get all the screws taken out, the controller connector and the two boards will all come out as one part, and there's nothing on the back of this one, and we've got something under this blob here and some passives over here for the, looks like for the video output. But otherwise not much going on over there. Got a little bodged cap there and another bodge here, going from that, there's a crystal on that side going over to, I'm guessing is ground. And most of these big ICs are just marked TCT and then a number, so it must be some custom chips there, and that's pretty much it. I don't see any bulging caps or anything like that or anything too terrible, so probably just this connector needs a more thorough cleaning. And if I wanted to try to boil that, that would be a bit of a pain because that is soldered in. I'm not really sure you'd want to boil this whole board. I've gone ahead and hooked this back up so I can see what it's doing. This is the switch for the Nintendo mode, and if you push it down, it's Super Nintendo mode. And when you turn it on with no game, you just get the gray screen. I go ahead and put Mario Brothers in. And I just basically getting gray screens. And it holds on pretty tight. I'm going to go ahead and put the screws back in because it is definitely grabbing onto that cart. You can now just get a bunch of zeros on the screen, or random letters. I can tilt the game forwards and back, and basically no effect, and I can move it while it's on no effect. If I pull it out while it's on, the screen goes basically blank. So basically just getting the same thing, just the entire screen full of letters or numbers. All zeros or a bunch of W's and zeros. I have gotten this to... Actually, I could hear the sound. The beginning sound came on, so it is possible that it could work. It holds it so tight, I'm not sure why. It doesn't seem like it's even... And it looks really clean too. My cartridge is relatively clean. I'll go ahead and hit it with a Q-tip. This is the cart. I've tried several different carts and none of them work, so I guess it could be more sensitive to cart corrosion or tarnish than the regular Nintendo, because all these games work on my other Nintendos. Let's see if this does it. Nope. Still getting the same basic idea, just bunches of zeros. So nothing is really working here. I've cleaned the game, I've sprayed the contact cleaner in. The connection really seems pretty tight to me. I'm going to go ahead and just for grins, I think I can get my dental pick in a little bit, and I'm just going to very kind of gently tease these pins out, but I don't think that's going to work, but I'm going to go ahead and try it. Okay, so I've just tried to pull those just one side of the pins out just a little bit, and hoping that'll make some sort of difference. Let's see. And I should plug it in. Well, now some of my zeros are in color. They're blue. So that is something. Okay, now I can actually see the beginning screen, the Mario logo and the Duck Hunt logo kind of slide in, and you can't tell, it just looks like a bunch of garbage, but you can actually see the animation. I can kind of see the sprite that's Mario walking. I think that's what that is. So there's some improvement. Okay, I can actually see a Mario sprite. I can see Mario. And I've got sound, but no valid graphics there. Sounds like it's jumping right into Duck Hunt. Well, I will try to pick at the pins just a little bit more, since that seems to have done something. Okay, so now I went ahead and picked the top pins. I did the bottoms first and I did the tops. And now they're almost all touching one side to the other now. So we'll see if that does it. Okay, back to the alternating between screens full of zeros and letters, and occasionally showing me some Mario sprites and or jumping into a garbled version of Duck Hunt. Okay, so cleaning it hasn't worked and picking the pins hasn't really worked. It may have improved things, but I'm not sure. And you can't easily get this out to try to boil it, even though I'm pretty sure that wouldn't help as much either. So, time for plan B. I have this minor suspicion that it's possible, since this is soldered in, that one of these joints is not soldered correctly, that we have perhaps a cold solder joint in there. It's also possible, due to the way this is constructed, you've got people pressing on top of this, that maybe the board has a hairline crack in it or something like that. But to rule out the dry or cold solder joint, I'm going to go ahead and just reflow all the pins here and see if that makes a difference. Okay, so a couple things. One is everything I've tried so far, not really getting anywhere, so I think I'm done for now. If anyone has any suggestions of what might be wrong, or maybe something specific about this I don't know about, leave it in the comments, please. I'm not really sure if anything's wrong with this connector. It still seems suspect, but I'm also thinking maybe there's just something wrong with this chip or the circuit on this side. I'm wondering about this bodge here, if that has anything to do with it, but I don't know. It could be the connector still, and after trying to bend it twice and cleaning it and every other reflowing all the solder points, they're still not working, and not really sure now. So I guess I'm probably going to give up on this for now, unless somebody has something specific for me to try, because I think I spent enough time on it already. But at any rate, that'll be it for this one.